Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Makakodash. Also, I want to give double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us His truth and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Just a quick epistle on what's wrong with us, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. This is Exodus 32 and verse 9. And the Lord Yahweh, who the world ignorantly just calls God, and His only begotten Son, Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, you Hebrew Israelites, man. And behold, it is a stiff-necked people. And that word stiff-necked goes into stubborn, man. All right, so we see that now more than ever, how stubborn our people are, how they resist righteousness or any attempt at being righteous, man. We can start from the children to the elder people of our nation, man. When it comes to keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, it's really not there. The people that do have a zeal for Yahweh Shema Shah, it isn't according to knowledge, so they kind of pick and choose what they want to do, man. All right, and we're not supposed to come in that spirit of these stubborn ass Israelites, man, because there is a punishment coming for them. There is judgment coming from them for them, man. All right, the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. We've prophesied these things. We prophesied a famine, all right, the great tribulation, the mark of the beast. All these things are getting ready to come to pass right before our very eyes, man. And if you remain in that stubborn ass spirit, you're going to be given over to those things. You're not going to have a hedge of protection like the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, let's see. This is Exodus 33 and verse 5. Again, reiterating how stiff-necked our people are. For the Lord said unto Moses, say unto the children of Israel, ye are a stiff-necked people. All right. And I mean, that's pretty much the point, man. And the Lord is just reiterating how stubborn our people are, man. When Israel got delivered from ancient Egypt, that bondage, man, how our people were murmuring and complaining, and have seen, all right, with their own eyes, miracles from Yahweh Shema Shah, saw the Lord do all those miracles in Egypt to those Egyptians, up to a part in the Red Sea, all these things, man. All right, and then somehow, some way, these stubborn ass Israelites found a reason to complain, man. That's a whole nother ball game, man. Actually seeing those miracles, So, hey, man, we're in a pretty good position to not see those type of miracles just yet, and to still have the faith and fear, first and foremost, the fear and faith towards Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, man. Lord willing, a Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua remembers our attempt at righteousness, remembers our attempt at having faith in him in all things, man, from our daily bread to being in dire straits, man. And we do know here pretty soon we're gonna be in these difficult situation, man, difficult circumstances, and we're gonna need to have faith, all right, and Yahweh Shema Hawashai, and Lord willing, again, we're doing what we're supposed to do now, and the Lord is gonna remember us, because the Lord is getting ready to judge this place, man. All right, and it is, you're definitely gonna feel everyone that has not been serving the Lord to the best of their ability of our nation. They're definitely gonna feel like there's no God, like God doesn't exist in relation to them, being protected, man. All right, they're definitely gonna know that Yahweh Shema Hawashai is real via the judgment that he's bringing upon the earth, but they're gonna call upon these idols in that day. They're gonna keep calling upon Jebus, all right, and it's not gonna work, man. The Lord saying that day, he's gonna mark when your calamity come, man, and he's not gonna hear your prayers, man. All right, so that's something to remember, man. All right, this ain't no joke. All right, let's see, Exodus 34 verse 9. Exodus 34:9. All right, one more time. And he said, if now I have found grace in thy sight, O Lord, let my Lord, I pray thee, go among us, for it is a stiff-necked people, and pardon our iniquity and our sin, and take us for thine inheritance. So there's again 3 times, man, in this Bible, just in the book of Exodus alone. All right, the Lord is referring to, all right, and the men of the Lord are referring to the majority of the nation of Israel as stiff-necked people. And remember, that word stiff-necked goes into stubborn. Our people are very stubborn, man. All right. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Come on. This is Isaiah 29 and verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, For so much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, our people are good at lip service, man. They talk a good game, man. I remember back in the day, they don't really do all that crap no more, or it's not really popular. But BET Awards, when it was cracking, in the what was it, Source Awards and all that, man. A lot of our people came up there, and they'll say, hey, I like to thank my mama and the Lord, or vice versa, but that's just talk, man. And with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and the fear towards me is taught by the precept of men. All right, so really it's a lack of fear that men, all right, have taught our people. They don't really come in a true fear of Yahweh Shema Shah. And we do know that fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and we need wisdom now, yesterday, now, and tomorrow, man. All right, and especially tomorrow, being that, hey, we're getting ready to come into this great tribulation, man, and there's going to be a lot of confusion in that day, man. All right, a lot of strange things happening, and we're going to need to be wise men. We're going to need to be able to hear the words of Yahweh Hashem Shah when it's time to go, when it's time to move, all right, when it's time to speak, when it's time to be quiet. Everyone else, man, they're not going to have that luxury, all right, and that's why we pay now or pay later. The servant is not greater than his master, so everybody's gonna pay, man. That's why we're getting chastised now, man. That's why we're getting punished now. And it seems like, if you're of this hopeful elect, it seems like you just can't get away with anything, man. And then you look at your wicked ass brothers and sisters, and they out there doing all manners of pervertness, if that's a word, all type of manners of wickedness, and it just seems like they're prospering. Now, for sure, we definitely see a change coming. P. Diddy, Tory Lanez, all these people, man. Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. These stars are starting to fall, man. But it's a lot more, man. It's a lot more wicked people of our nation that's still prospering. Oh, man, all the women of our nation, it seems like they're getting worse and worse and worse as the days progress. And then they get on the internet and start to freak out when they hear rumors of, oh, they're finna take Section 8 away. Or they don't even think they say they're going to take it away. But they're putting, different parameters on, the government assistance. Look how much, just this haughty... They're pissed, and you can just see the entitlement oozing off of these women, man. And this ain't nothing but a damn rumor, bro. Them folks ain't, when it happens, man, it's gonna be from Yahweh Shema Shah for sure. But they've been talking about this shit year after year. They gonna take this away from Eve. They gonna take that away from Eve. And they ain't did nothing yet. So I'm just saying, look at the anger, all right, the fear, the anger, the entitlement when it comes to just hearing the rumors of y'all not gonna be able to sit on your ass and talk shit no more. They are pissed, man. All right, but that's our women for you, man. But again, what is this? Isaiah 29 and 13. It's lip service, man. All right, and they don't have no fear towards Yahweh Shema Shah, which means they're gonna stay in that wicked state, and they're gonna be judged, man. All right, and it's gonna be horrific for them. And they have no skill set when it comes to praying and fasting, basically suffering. All right, you suffer now. Again, the servant is not greater than his master. Everybody's gonna suffer. If Yahweh Shah had to suffer, be homeless, etc., all right, you wicked ass niggas is definitely gonna go through it as well, man. All right, if the Lord's hopeful elect, the ones that's calling upon him, if we're catching hell, his brother that's perished, his brothers that have had all strange all kind of strange calamities happen to them, man. How much more is the Lord getting ready to punish the wicked? The Lord is not a man that he should lie, and we do believe that the Lord is a just power. So if the Lord is just in all his ways, then he's not going to let wickedness prevail for too much longer. He's going to put an end to this haughty ass spirit, man, that's manifesting upon the earth like never before, man. All right, the Lord say we're coming into a time like the earth has never seen before, and we're looking now. Nothing's new under the sun when it comes to wickedness, man. But our people, hey, they are puffed up like never before, man. All right, especially the women of our nation, man, so called. All right, and we go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 30. In verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, referring to you Israelites, man. You guys are rebellious, man. Now we've, as the hopeful elect, we've been rebellious, and we still have our issues within the truth, man. But the difference is we're putting forth that decent effort, all right? We're calling upon Yahweh Shema Shah, and we do understand, hey, there's power in those names. Yes, literally, just saying the names with a sincere spirit. Now, if the Lord not with you, you can say those names all you want, all right? But if you're sincere and the Lord is dealing with you, hey, he's going to manifest power in those names, man, all right? Because the wicked can call upon Yahweh Shema Shah all they want, you know, it ain't going to do too much, man, all right? But for the Lord's hopeful elect, man, hey, there's power in the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, all right? That this is a rebellious people, lying children, bunch of lying mother, all right, children that will not hear the law of the Lord. And we see that now more than ever with the prophets out on the highways and byways and the internet highways and byways, man. The majority of our people still in their bullshit, man. Half truth, whole lies. They want to take, okay, we're Israelites, cool, yay, Israel, go, Yasharallah, this and that. But they're keeping a whole bunch of shit that the Lord say do away with, man. I know some people personally, you know, still calling upon these idols, man. Still in these so-called churches with these women so-called pastors and bishops. I came out of that, man, you know. But that's our people. Verse 10 will say to the seers, and who are the seers? The prophets, the watchmen, all right? See not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. So our people rather believe a beautiful lie than receive the harsh reality of the truth, man. All right, but there's there's balance to what we're saying, man. We're saying, hey, we're getting ready to reign for all eternity, Lord willing, and have our heart's desires, for all eternity. But in order to get there, it's gonna get rough. Our people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear a stop eating, these abominable foods, man. All right, they want to hear prosperity gospel. They want to hear turn to your neighbor. They want to hear won't he do it. All right, all these damn catchphrases, man. Smooth things. They want to be motivated, have these because that's all these so-called pastors do in those whack-ass churches is give a motivational speech. All right, do goddamn church announcements, sing and dance, and take up offerings, man. Sometimes 3 times in that guy. Sometimes they have 3 services a day in that guy, man. It's crazy up in them so-called churches, man. But again, that's the spirit that the majority, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel are coming in. Rebellious, lying, and children that will not hear the law of Yahweh Shema Shah. They rather hear smooth things. They rather hear that prosperity gospel. They rather, be worshipers and lovers of money, lovers of pleasures more than Yahweh Shema Shah, which is exactly why a reality is going to set in. And it's already starting to set in for a lot of people, man. But just wait till it actually happens. Wait till the Lord actually, just lets the full wrath loose, man. There's storms happening. That was prophesied to happen. Storms, earthquakes in diverse places. Hey, man, there's a million ways the Lord can get you out your comfort, man. There's a million plus ways that the Lord can get you up out your house. Now, there's no telling for sure, but we can bet our bottom dollar for the most part that you're not going to be riding out the entirety of the great tribulation in the comfort of your own home. One way or another, you're going to get up out your house, whether somebody's breaking in that shit, you got to go, whether the Lord sent a storm, or it could be a tornado, an earthquake, fires. All right, there's going to be pestilences. Hey, you're not going to be a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. People gonna, hey, everybody in Atlanta, once the Lord put that damn real deal Walking Dead plague out there, and people be just like the damn show, zombies walking around, oh, everybody gonna be trying to go back to where they came from, coming all down to Atlanta, or they're gonna be trying to scatter out through the country in Georgia. Not gonna happen. You're not gonna be able. You're gonna die in Atlanta. You're gonna die right there in the ATL, man. And I got a huge, I'm from down here, born and raised in our captivity all throughout Georgia, my family, man. So we seen it, and I got a huge problem with it because I can see the wickedness, man. That is Atlanta. You can feel the pride, the wickedness, man, in Atlanta. And a lot of our people have moved down to Atlanta thinking that this is their kingdom, that this is their rest, that this is it, this is the place that we're gonna come together, the Black Mecca, and prosper. You got Tyler Perry, Shaq got a house, all these damn celebrities, man. All right, I've already put out curses on that wicked place, man. But you just wait, man. All right. But again, it's because they're rebellious. They don't want to hear the prophets. They don't want to hear the voice of the Lord, via the Bible, via the prophets, man. They just want to live in pleasure, man. And this is not our rest, man. We have to serve out the rest of our captivity. But the thing about it, the Lord is merciful, man, and he'll give you balance, man. But for you ones that are prospering, have received benefits, and have not known Yahweh Shem Hawashah, your time is almost up, man. All right, the Lord is just, man. He's not going to continue to let his hopeful elect, starting with Yahweh Shah, his only begotten son. All right, he hasn't got his revenge yet. Every eye hasn't seen and every knee hasn't bowed to Yahweh Shah and confessed that Yahweh Shah is king yet. All right, so Yahweh Shah got to get his lick back, if you will. All right. So just Yahushua alone, man, the Lord is not going to let this thing continue forever. All this wickedness is what I'm referring to. That thing, yeah, that wickedness, man. He's not going to let this shit continue, man. We're exhausted. Esau done wore us out. Plantation, we're exhausted because, what it say? Wisdom driveth a wise man mad, man. All right, so we have attained a certain level of wisdom through the fear of Yahweh Hashem and Hawashah, and it's driving us mad because it's nothing. We can't do nothing but wait it out, man. Wait on the will of Yahweh Hashem and Hawashah and His perfect timing, But it's stressful, man. Knowing what we could be, knowing how we're supposed to be, knowing that we're a royal priesthood, we're royal people. We're supposed to be above all these nations upon the earth, but we're at the damn bottom. It's okay. Hey, the time is coming, man. All right, time is coming. And then the classic precept, and let's see here. Yeah, classic. Hosea 4:6, right? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and it isn't. The Lord is not the author of confusion. He's teaching, his people through his prophets right now. And if the Bible itself, if the Lord has blessed you with the ability to see and hear, a lot of things. Now we do need teachers for sure, but you should be able, if the Spirit's dealing with you, you should be able to, understand, the things written in the Bible if the Lord is dealing with you. All right. But my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because thou hast rejected knowledge. They reject knowledge, man. All right. Which is to say they reject, starting with Yahushua. They reject Yahushua to the point, amen. These spirits, some of these spirits were back, when Yahushua was walking upon the earth saying, all lying on the Lord, just straight up, just lying on the Lord, man. All right, and that was Yahushua. How much more are they gonna reject knowledge coming out of our mouths, man? All right, and this is what the Lord had to say about it. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children, man. So that's the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai. He'll punish you and your children and your children's children, man. And knowing that's the fear of the Lord, man. So we move accordingly through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Go to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 1 and 22. How long, ye simple ones, you simps, all right, you simple-minded so-called niggas, all right? Will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. How's the Lord doing that? Hey, through the prophets, man. All right, through the teachers that he set up. Okay, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded except the Lord's hopeful elect. Okay, but ye have set at not all my counsel and would none of my reproof. So we've tried to rebuke and reprove and correct our people through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, starting with our own selves. All right, getting our own houses in order first and foremost before we come out, outside talking that talk, man. We actually live this to the best. Now, we're not saying we're perfect. All right. We're not saying we're perfect at all, but again, we are through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, all right, the spirit that the Lord gives us, putting forth that decent effort. And we make, and we confess these things. We testify, hey, it is the Lord that's working on us. It is the Lord that put his words in our mouth and gave us the ability to do the things that we do, all right? And here it is. I had brought that out earlier. Verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh, man. And we believe through the spirit the Lord is gonna do that. We don't think the Lord Yahweh himself is gonna come down here and manifest his face and laugh at you, but he's gonna do that through his men, all right, through his hopeful elect, the Akim wa Akwath, man, or Yahweh by Shema Shah, man, all right, or Yahweh Shah. All right, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh, man. When your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. Oh, because it's gonna catch people off guard and it's gonna be intense, man. And how much so if you've never experienced hardship. Now this is for the Israelites, man, but don't think that the other nations are not gonna get caught up in the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shah. Especially look at Esau, Edom. All right, a lot of them ain't had a hard day in their life, man. All right, for real. So they're not built for the conditions of the battle. They're not built for suffering, which is why you can see the chaos of brewing, man. I just saw a news article about, what was it, in California, I believe, just mobs of people just looting and just going crazy. When distress and anguish come upon you, man. All right. Verse 28, then shall they call upon me. But guess what the Lord said? But I will not answer. That's what I was saying earlier through the spirit. The Lord not going to hear that in that day, man. Pay now or pay later, but you're going to pay. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. There it is, man. They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, man. All right, and they've sown seeds of wickedness, strife, lies, vanity. So they're gonna reap the fruits of what they sowed, man. All right, Lord willing, we're sowing fruits of humility. All right, humbleness. I guess that go hand in hand. Fear. All right. And Lord willing, man, the Lord will have mercy, pity upon us and let us live. All right. And be filled with their own devices, man. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely. Oh, that's beautiful. And shall be quiet from fear of evil, man. Hey, that's beautiful through the spirit of power, Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashah. And that's what we're fighting for, protection. We're wise enough to understand that the Lord is real and that the words that he says are real, that the great tribulation is getting ready to take place. The mark of the beast is finna come, and we're all going to be tried. This is going to be a time like the earth has never seen before again. The Lord is not a man like us that he shall lie. What is the Lord scared of? What is he afraid of when it comes to telling the truth? If the Lord say these things are going to happen, it's going to happen, man. It's going to be a terrible time, and it's going to be a even more terrible time for an individual that is not prepared, for an individual that is not protected, for an individual that isn't in that hedge of protection, dwelling in the safety of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, man, during this evil time that the Lord is about to unleash upon the earth. It's evil times now, man. All right, a lot of people are getting swept off this earth left and right. right? Whether it's by the sword or whether it's by a storms, disease, pestilences, man, it's going down, man. How can you not see it? But again, our people are stiff-necked. Remember that they're stubborn. 2/3 of the nation of Israel, like I believe that's 66%, man, of the so-called blacks, the so-called Latinos, the so-called Native Americans. 66% of these motherfuckers are gonna perish, Lord willing, man. We remain humble. We remain in the fear of Yahweh Shema Shah, the obedience towards Yahweh Shema Hawashah, and the Lord will be with us during this time of great confusion, man. All right, wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. What times, man? These wicked times, man. The last days, the last of the last days, the great tribulation, Jacob's trouble, man. A lot of people deny all these things that we're saying, man. They don't. Why? Why do they deny that Jacob's trouble is going to happen in our lifetime, man? It's because, man, they want to hear prosperity, smooth things. We read that. They prophesy unto us smooth things, man. Tell us we're doing good, you know. Tell us, you know, the Lord is if you sow a seed, then, you know, the Lord going to bless you. I mean, that's true. You know what I mean? But you know how they do it in the so-called churches, man. Hey, but that's the point, man. Hey, 2/3 of the nation of Israel are stubborn. They're gonna be judged, and Lord willing, man, we're of that hopeful elect, man, predestined. Romans 8:29, man, predestined, man, before the foundations of the earth, man. We were hand selected by Yahweh Shah Himself, Lord willing, man, and we'll be just fine, man. But for you 2/3 out there that want to remain in that wickedness when it comes to simple things too, man. Like we always bring out shrimp, crab, lobster, and there's a whole host of other things our people be eating that we're not supposed to be eating. Come on, man, especially for you so-called ballers, man. Come on, you a so-called baller, you should have the enough money to get the best of the best, man, of food, man. Wagyu beef, right? I ain't never had that, man. They charge an arm, a leg, and a foot for the Wagyu beef. I ain't never had that. That's supposed to be some of the best, beef you could have, man. Grass fed, all that stuff, man. You know, go get that. Why y'all got it? Y'all not wise enough to know that these motherfucking crab and crustaceans and mollusks, these are bottom feeders, man. You just put on the pig. All right, our people are idiots. They're stupid. What would it say? Sodist children, the Lord refers to them as, man. How stupid, bro. They'll put this big ass multicolored mutant looking lobster on they yeah, mutant looking lobster, all different colors, man. All right, on their plate, and they think that it's a delicacy, especially our women, bro. They have a whole plate full of abomination, finna have a box stinking, you know, all type of shit. You know what I mean? And they think that it is a delicacy, and it's the exact opposite. Well, some of the worst shit that you could be having on your plate is those abominable things that the Lord told us to stay away from, man, when it comes to eating it. All right, but our people are so sodish stupid, all right, that they'll put it on their plate and film it like this is the best of the best, like I'm eating the best that the land has to offer. Idiots. All right, but with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.